both waiting for Daddy.
3 weeks.
You are gonna come back, right?
What do you mean?
You gonna come home when you're done?
Do you not want me to?
No, I want you to.
Now, when he said, "Do you not want me to?" did you notice any feeling on his face? It was a little bit, I'll scroll back here. There's a little bit of sadness that jumps up.
Do you not want me to?
No, I want you to. I'm just
if
wondering.
that's sadness or surprise.
Where else would I go?
I don't know. I guess I just thought, it's like there's Jack.
Wait. Why would you say that?
I don't know. I guess I wondered without the booze, if you would want to come home. Because when you met me, you were drinking, and now you're not.
I wasn't drunk the whole time we were together.
I know, but it got bad when we were together. It's okay. I mean,
It got bad when we were together, and then boom, down and together with eyebrows. There's a little bit of like frustration there. A little bit of, it's a micro expression of anger. And let's see how he reacts.
it's fine. I just was wondering. That's all. And whatever you want is okay.
Whatever I want. I want to be with you. That's what.
Right there, the eyebrows come up, and or the inner part of the eyebrows are coming up here, and so it's an expression of like sadness. It's pretty close to fear, but it's more sadness, I would say, for his face.
Okay. I know. I just want you to be happy.
I'm working on that.
So, okay, so what would you say right here? So he flashes the sadness. Now, what would you say to give him empathy? I'm working on that. That's his last line.
That it always is a process. It's not something that happens by accident often, and that the fact that you're working on it is a great first step, and you're aware of the fact that it's going to take some effort.
Yeah. So what is this? I guess the sadness. What is the directionality of the sadness? Is what I'm thinking of as like a therapist, and I think the directionality of the sadness is the concern of the loss of her.
Okay.
And I think what she's doing in this scene is she's eliciting some sort of attachment discussion around, what's going to happen in the future. So if you look at her in the beginning of this scene, she's got some concern. She's got some sadness, or not sadness. She has concern, is he just going to leave? Right. And I think he does a good job of just being, concerned, right? Right here, you can see concern, like concern about her, fear of him just leaving.
Okay. I know. I just want you to be happy.
I'm working on that.
Yeah. So that's an interesting clip, because I think, so tell me why you chose that clip.
I'm trying to pick something relevant, at least more recent as far as movies are concerned. And I was really drawn to her dialogue, actually. I didn't understand the microexpressions very well, but her vulnerability in admitting that there were a lot of problems and she didn't fully expect anything to return to normal was what sort of drew me to it.
So I haven't seen this movie. So was he going away at this point somewhere for like rehab, or what was he doing?
He's currently in rehab, and she's coming to visit him.
He's currently in rehab. Yes. She's coming to visit. And she's visiting him in rehab.
Correct.
Oh, okay. And so at some point he was drinking heavily. And so that's where I think like there's this pocket like of like kind of frustration in her part, maybe. Well, I don't know the movie. Would you say that she was upset that he was drinking heavily?
I would say so. I haven't seen the entire movie myself either, but Yes, I would agree.
Okay. So maybe there's like, some sort of unprocessed, and this happens often when people go through addiction treatment. It's like they get better, and then it takes a while for their partner to come alongside and to be, the partner almost has to work through their own trauma of what happened when their partner was, intoxicated and such. Cool. Well, let's go on to the next clip. Oh, but what would I say? What would I say to her? Okay, if I was him, I think I would say something like, I think you're entitled to be concerned that I would leave, but I'm not going to leave you. So I would voice empathy, a voice that I see that she's concerned. You're entitled to not know it's scary not knowing what's going to happen in the future. But I want you to know that right now I'm committed to you. And so there's like the sort of the empathy, but then there's also sharing my experience quickly because, this is a relationship. Now, if I was a therapist and she was expressing her concern that, this guy was going to leave, then I think I would just try to be more present with the fear that he may leave and that he may not return, and not knowing. So you kind of can't predict the future, so you can just be with the person in the moment.